Co-care to me is like a bridge where the child's here and the parent is there, and we need to try to bring the two together.
You have to have an open mind. You can't just automatically start thinking that it's going to be absolutely terrible and bad and that's where your kid's going to be stuck. It's not like that. So it's just a matter of teamwork, really. It is, because they can't give your children the best possible care. They cannot give them 100% of their care and love if you're not letting them in. You have to give them an opportunity.
Those parents don't know you, and you're a complete stranger. They have no clue who you are, and in a real life situation, no parent hands their kid over to a complete stranger they've never met and feels okay about it. So when you co-care, they get to know you. They get to know your intentions, your morals, your values, the way you run your house.
I've been involved in a co-care situation for over a year now. I've successfully completed transitioning my children back home. And the best part of the experience with the foster mom that I experienced was that we journaled and kept documentation of every experience and everything my children went through while they were in foster care. By journaling, everything was said and everybody had a voice in my situation.
How do you build trust? That is a hard thing to do. I start with just the positive of the child, what the child is doing right, lots of photos. Also asking them for advice. When you ask them how they dealt with a situation, or like, how would you want your child dressed? How do you want the haircut? Was this haircut appropriate? Anytime you ask that parent for their input, that builds trust. That builds trust real fast.
We're both able to compare notes and we'll figure out things. It was very, very helpful. I learned a lot, from another person's point of view. And she was able to take a lot of information from me to completely and fully and properly care for my children in a way that wouldn't be offensive to me.
If my kids weren't in my home, I'd want to know what they were doing. So every time the kids did something fun or they had a milestone, I made sure to send a picture or a weekly update just informing the parents of what was going on.
My definition of co-care is being able to successfully talk to the people that you are sharing guardianship with of your children. I really noticed that it was going to be beneficial right at the beginning because I needed to be able to tell them the types of things they like at bedtime and what their favorite stuffed animal was and what each of them like as a snack. I was able to tell her this stuff. If I didn't have an open line of communication with her, I would have to put a report in to DCS, wait on that report to finally be picked up out of a mailbox and put on a desk and then read, and then they would reach out and see if that's okay with me so that Rachel can start doing it.
And they can gain a level of comfortability, which leads them to focus on services and other things as opposed to just trying to run against the foster parent at all times because they don't know you and they don't feel comfortable and they don't know how to verbalize, I'm scared you have my kid and I don't know you. And when you co-care, even with those relationship boundaries changing and you're able to communicate, it keeps that relationship as positive as I think more positive than what it would normally be.
I am a better person because of my co-care. I'm more of an enriched person when I get to see the other person's perspective, the birth parent or family of origin. They have the dignity associated with it, and the child that we both are working towards, they feel valued and loved by both sets of families. And that ultimately is the goal.